it easy. Talk about these 2 wins. And first of all, that big RBI hit there against JMU to get that lead and the win eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long weekend. We've just been trying to fight, and I knew that if I couldn't do it, that my teammates had my back, so it was just a matter of time before we broke it open, so yeah.
You ended up having to go down there with JMU, of course, going 2 for 3. What was kind of the mindset there to get you back in that one?
Just continuing to fight, making my adjustments from at bat to at bat, and just trying to move the runners, do anything I can for my team, and help us win.
Speaking of Samantha Rey, they're setting the tone at the top of the order, then Cece, the way she's swinging the bat.
Yeah, they're like the dynamic duo. They're both great. I played with Ray in travel ball, so I've been able to see her do all those things since I was young. But yeah, they're amazing, and they're just going to only get better from here.
Once again, another dogfight with Illinois there. What were you seeing at the plate against their pitchers?
They threw a lot of drop balls, and we had to make some adjustments, whether it was like swing stuff or timing. Like, we're just trying to make adjustments pitch by pitch from batter to batter, so yeah.
You've been playing a lot of games in a row. How do you guys keep fresh and focus for the next one after all of these games played already?
It's definitely hard to stay fresh. You're not going to be 100% every single game, so we just like to get a lot of sleep, of course, drink water, and just do everything we can to help our bodies feel as good as they possibly can for the game.
What'd you like about Caitlin's performance tonight?
It was amazing. She's such a dog, and I love seeing her out there, and she has that like senior mindset. Just it's her last year, so I think that's awesome.
And how about the pitching over all of these games?
Yeah, it's been great. We face them at practice every day, so I know that they're good and they have good stuff. It's just a matter of time of just showing everyone.
What is the biggest thing you guys have learned about yourselves over the course of these last 5 days?
I think we've shown that we're very young, but that doesn't matter, and we can fight, and it doesn't matter who we're playing, but we have that fight to always win, and we're just trying to get better every game.
Walk me through the emotions of being down 2-0 and then scoring multiple runs to get back up.
Yeah, we just wanted to get back and stay in the game. I never thought that we were out of the game, so just continuing to fight and just having good at-bats and just trusting our teammates, knowing that if we couldn't do it, that our teammate would.
After these games that already happened, and today is kind of the end of the games of the sequence. So what's something that you guys learned from your team, since there were a lot of new players coming up? So what's something that you guys learned together?
I think we've shown that we have a lot of fight, and that it doesn't matter what inning it is or what the score is. You know, we came back in the 5th inning from JMU, so we just showed that we can do it, and that it's just a matter of just trusting each other and trusting the preparation we put into ourselves.
You guys are certainly young, but you have one of those young players coming up big against JMU. Coco getting that pinch hit RBI there. It wasn't from light working with her, and to see you get a chance to do that.
Yeah, she's awesome. I've also had the chance to play with her or against her in travel ball, so I've seen her do those things. But she's just a fighter. She always loves to compete, and just seeing her at the plate, I knew she was going to get it done.
What do you most want to build upon from the success of this weekend into next week?
Just we're gonna play good teams and just keeping the momentum from this weekend, and just continuing to fight. We have a good flow right now, so just trying to keep that going into the week, into practice, and into the weekend. So yeah.
You all have a day off from game action for the first time this season on Monday. Then you come back on Tuesday, play Missouri. What's the biggest thing that you guys want to make sure you do on Monday to prepare yourselves for Tuesday?
Just getting what we need in. We've seen a lot of pitching, so maybe just whatever you need yourself personally. But just trying to keep the flow and just trying to keep yourself loose in order to play well on Tuesday. So.
You win the Black and Gold Classic 5-1, dominating one stretch. What's the importance of protecting the flags?
It's everything. That's the whole point of playing here. It's just protecting the queen, protecting the flags, and just having a chip on our shoulder and not letting anyone win here.
All right, Ray, congratulations on the double win day. Just walk me through your emotions now that you've gotten through your first 5 days of the season.
Yeah, no, it was definitely fun, exciting. I love this team. I love playing with them every day. We're definitely just taking it one pitch at a time. We started off rough, but we definitely were making adjustments, fighting every inning.
You ended up getting the team's first highlight reel play of the season with that dive over in foul territory. Just take me through that play, what was going through your mind.
Yeah. So our pitchers are throwing great. So as a defender, I'm like, I need to make this play. I need to get out of this inning and start the momentum, or we need to get something going. So I just knew we had to get our pitchers back on that.
How much do you work on defense?
we work on defense almost every day. I love defense. Defense wins championships.
You ended up making quite a lot of ground in order to get that play. What was the communication like with, obviously, because you have the right fielder and the first baseman to consider there?
Yeah, we work on communication a lot. So Taylor was like, Ray, go get the ball. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get this ball. And so, so we just trust each other out there. That's what we practice.
How do you feel after a grind like this, 6 games?
Yeah, it feels good. And I know that with this schedule in the season, I know it's going to be like the same, and we got to keep pushing.
What was the mindset in the dugout like after going down against JMU, and what kind of brought you back in?
So we were just thinking, again, one pitch at a time. Coach Bear talked a lot about making adjustments, and I think that's what we did good at.
Does it make it easy when Caitlin has a game like she had?
Oh yeah, of course. I love Caitlin. She's such a gamer.
What'd she do well today?
She's good at she did good at attacking better. So as a hitter, I know at practice, she definitely attacks us. So.
What do you think has been the key to get the results that you guys have today after 5 games?
Yeah, definitely. I'd say coming at it hard and making adjustments fast. That was definitely key.
2 for 2 against JMU with the RBI. How big was it for you to kind of help in that comeback effort?
Yeah, I knew that if I didn't have my teammates would have my back. So just trusting in myself, Coach Bear, in her plan.
We were talking to CC during media day and talking about how you guys are kind of the new dynamic duo here now. What's it like to kind of now go with her into this new sophomore season, given how much you played together for freshman year?
Yeah, it's fun. I'd say playing with CC is fun. We have a lot of experience from last year, so we're just trying to bring it this year, the energy this year, just like a new environment.
What was it like for you two kind of welcoming these new freshmen after your experience as freshmen?
Yeah, so we were just openly welcoming these freshmen, knowing how good this class is, so knowing that they can set the tone too, as we were when we were freshmen.
What do you think you proved as a team over the start of this season?
That we're scrappy and we won't let up until the end. So.
Coach said in the broadcast that your play, the defensive play, was sort of that playground mentality. You could see that
for sure, yes.
Yeah. How's that working so far, that mentality?
Yeah, so Coach Bear allows us to play loose, and when we play loose, we play best.
What's the biggest thing that you guys have learned about yourselves over the course of these last 5 days of softball?
I'd say that we're just a very like playground kids. We're very scrappy. We're very competitive. So we like to compete every pitch, even when we're just doing one small thing, because one small thing is like a big thing for us.
You have a day off from game action for the first time this season tomorrow on Monday, and then you come back on Tuesday to play another SEC team, Missouri. What's the biggest thing that you guys think you guys need to do tomorrow in order to prep for that Tuesday?
Yeah, I'd say just resting our bodies after this long weekend, hydrating, getting what we need in tomorrow, and just being prepared for Tuesday.
Coach, doubleheader sweep, go 5-1 in the week. Just your overall thoughts.
I thought our team got better. We're playing a little bit more loose. We still need to get comfortable, but I just like how we're starting to feed off of each other. Some in-at-bat adjustments from our youngsters, and our pitching staff looked really strong this weekend.
Did you see confidence change over the course of the games?
I did. I think we started to not get so caught up in the strategy, and more so, okay, let's be our best, take our best swings offensively, and then from the pitching standpoint, I feel like I asked them to lead this team. We have many leaders on the team, but the pitchers, they have to be the face of the program, and I thought they did a really good job of that this weekend.
How would you evaluate your team's start against JMU, and what was your message to the team that kind of helped bring them back into it?
I think right away, we got those runners on, and then didn't get anything out of it. But I just told them that they need to be themselves, and they need to play aggressive and hard and stick together, and that this is our, the plex. We protect the plex, and they responded well. So I think Izzy coming up big time, and then bringing in Coco, and she looked so calm. She didn't look like a freshman coming in for her first pinch hit experience. So that's promising, and I just like how they fed off of each other after that.
Coach, last weekend, preseason media day, you talk about your roster being thrown into the fire. 6 games in 4 days. How do you feel about your roster responding to being thrown in the fire?
Yeah, I think they've done a great job. We're still trying to figure kind of some of the lineup part out, but I mean, it's the first weekend and we'll be doing that all year. But I really like how they responded again to that game against Georgia. I mean, I thought we gave them a good game. And offensively, I'd like to have that opportunity back again soon. And we will, Tuesday, we're going to get it back. I'm very impressed with how we won some games, and we're still not near what our best is, but winning and learning at the same time is a good feeling.
What'd you like most about Caitlin's performance?
This was absolutely, by far, the most fun I've had calling her game. I just felt like it was an art out there today. She wasn't stuck on one pitch, and she used all the quadrants once again. Of all our pitchers, we've been doing a good job of that, but and we kind of like mixed some spots with different pitches that we haven't done before, and she just trusted it and believed in it. So just love that about her. No walks, that's a good one, and I love how she gave those hitters a different look, all three at bats that they got off of her.
Cochran gave you that big outing relief there for Lopez, that 1-2 punch in the first game to set the tone to allow Felton to just not have to come into the game.
Yeah, because we did have her ready to close the first game, but we call her KC, Caitlin Cochran. She did just a great job of 6 up, 6 down, and keep the momentum on our side, and such a good different look than what Jessie gave us. So she did a great job of keeping us in that game for those 5 innings, and we said our pitching staff is a team, and we're going to use them as is.
What do you think has been the reason of the results that Knights are getting after these games?
Yeah, we're playing tough opponents. They're competitive, and they're sticking together, and so we have to continue to keep doing that, right? There's some moments where I'd like us to be better, but again, I think my younger self would have probably jumped on them a little bit sooner. But I mean, it's early and we're figuring things out, and I want them to stay aggressive and feel comfortable doing that. So we're going to give them a little bit of space in doing that, and playing free. But we talk about it a lot. We want to be the playground kids out here, and I think they played a little tight in some of those games, and then they started to open up. So if we can play loose and be those playground kids, 21 outs, every pitch, good things will happen for us.
Talk about Rey's defensive play. On the broadcast, you talked about that playground mentality in that play.
Yeah.
So.
Which one?
Yeah.
She has so many good ones. But yeah, the fly ball down the line, just big time. I mean, she pops up and she's ready to go. But that's Rey. I mean, she's made some good plays out in the outfield. She's had some good plays over at second base, and she'll do whatever the team needs. So it's huge for us. But she's definitely one that plays without limits.
How would you evaluate your team defense over this stretch?
Yeah, I think that we got tested a bit yesterday. But I think what was most important about that is Lena was not fazed by it, right? We made quite a few errors in that last couple of innings in the Illinois game last night, and Lena just kept rolling them and said, I know you can do it. And so that was what really stood out to me, not so much that we were making the errors, the bounce back and the recovery. So, but our defense, we have a lot of options. We're still, learning each pitcher too and getting the pitchers' fields, and I think Aubrey's getting stronger with every game too at shortstop.
6 games, no days off so far. What's the biggest thing that you've learned about this team over this stretch?
We need to keep it simple, and it's not because they can't do it. I just don't think we're there yet as far as, last year with such a seasoned team. We really got into the nitty-gritty, pitch by pitch. And I think that that's a little bit overkill for this group right now, because I don't want them to, again, feel like they have limits, right? If this certain hitter hits something up and in, well, that doesn't mean we're not going to attack up and in with Jessie throwing 71 miles per hour. And so I think it's really figuring out us first and then focusing on the opponent later.
What do you like most about your strategy and the way you use your pitchers over these games?
Well, we talked to them at the beginning of the week, and we told them how we were going to attack each team. We told them what were high leverage moments, and who was going to come into those moments. And so they were ready for it, right? And that was what was the most rewarding, I believe, is we worked on it and it came through. But I think making the changes when we did, keeping the momentum in our hands. Probably could have made a change a little bit quicker in that Georgia game before the last 2 runs were given up, but I like how they respond and they pick each other up as well.
How would you say your younger players respond over this stretch? Because playing like 6 games over these last 4 days, no days off,
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting way to start their thoughts for each softball players.
Well, we're gonna have a day off tomorrow. They definitely got some little recovery, stretching in right now, and I know some of them are gonna. I mean, people might think like rest, but actually, it's better for them to keep moving. And so they know in their off day routines. We've been practicing. Ever since we got back in the beginning of January, we've taken Monday off and practiced off days. And so what that recovery looks like, what that movement looks like, what the treatment base looks like, and like, let's not forget, they got to get their study hall hours in, and it's getting into like exams and projects being due. So really taking advantage of that.
What do you want to see on that for this off day to keep you guys as prepared as possible for the season?
I just think keeping their bodies rested, making sure they're eating, keeping their bodies rested, and then getting back at it, right? Like, we're working a lot on the mental game, and I think you can see that because you're seeing our pitchers. I think they're doing a really good job of that. We've been working on that more and more. So I also would like to see them study up on their mental game book that we've been working on.